We're going to get started in a few minutes. We're just going to share the link.
Here
You're
we
going to
go.
want to pull up
Well,
your copy of Name the
actually,
Demon.
now we're live. Hello, Jason.
Hello, everyone.
Jason Purcell's already here. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Hey.
We are
Hey.
getting everything set up and making
I was
sure.
just talking to you, Jason. Good
Well,
man.
Yeah, Jason sends me cigar pics a lot that I appreciate.
He has the biggest movie collection I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Very true. We can see your comments on whether you're joining us from Facebook or YouTube. So comment away, and we'll join you. Jason,
Another Jason.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Can you
I
guys
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you. Yes, sir. Can you hear me through your headphones?
I can.
Can you hear me
Sweet.
now? Can you hear me now?
I'm glad you guys gave me a reason to fucking use my mic for once.
Oh, dude, that looks like a big black dildo.
Dude,
Holy
I was
crap. Hold
just
that
going to say that.
It is a very
Wow.
large black microphone. I just have this rinky little, but I know how to use it.
Kyle, what's up, brother? Heck yeah. All right.
Hey, guys.
We're just making sure everything's set up. The next thing for you guys on the screen here is to make sure that I just sent that. Are you guys seeing that teleparty link I sent?
Where is it?
It's in the chat. I guess maybe I just need to resend it.
I see it here. Yep.
You do? Okay. Name the demon. If you click on that, does it have you join my?
Join the party.
Yeah.
the name
Click
of the
on that. Let's see
party.
if you appear in here. Let me see if you're.
Let's see.
I don't see the link here. Is it in the
I
private
don't
chat on the
see it
right hand side here?
No. Sorry, it's
Text
in the.
chat.
I will now put it in that chat though, Jason. I put it in our phone chat, but let me put it in here.
Oh,
Let me go private chat, and I'll put it in here. So. Okay, I just put it in the private chat. You guys can.
That's helpful. Thank you.
those are the
Yeah.
those are the most grandma looking bed sheets I've ever seen.
That was the goal.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Those are the same sheets too, huh?
We actually did end up changing the sheets because it's gross to see.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of blood and, well, fake stuff.
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen the movie, we are in the room where it happens. So that's
Oh, whoops! I don't want to play the video. Let me know if you guys
Kyle Carpenter
can
is
connect
in
to
the
this.
house.
Mine still says joining.
Mine
joining.
says joining the party as well.
Has it said that for a while?
Yeah. Mhm. One user currently in the party.
That's what it
Yeah,
says.
that's me.
mine says joining the
That's
party.
me. Okay.
Let's
All right, looks like I'm in.
Oh, okay. Join the party. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes,
you
I
see the
do.
screen that's black, Jason? All right. Sweet.
I'm still joining. Are you still joining? I could get out of this and try it again. Here, let me try it again.
And then
All right.
do we see the viewers joining us or?
So what you'll have to do is the viewers don't join us on teleparty. They're just gonna have to hit play with us. Although they could, we've never done that before. I don't want to crash the system, but we could share the teleparty link.
I mean,
There
they're,
are others
but
that
they're
join
not
in.
going to
How many
join via
people are?
video and mic, are they? Okay.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for bearing with us. I'm trying. There used to be a way to make sure that I was the only one that could press play and pause. I think I would have to upgrade to do that. Because if people join us, they are welcome to hit pause at any time. And
Yeah, let's not. Everyone should pull up their own copy.
okay, yeah, we're gonna all start it at the same time, so you guys
Yeah.
can do that with us. you
Okay.
know.
So then, should I have another tab open for the
Probably.
thing, or
So I
or
tend to move our chat. I have two screens. If you don't have two screens, that's fine. But you should have them side by side.
Okay.
Then probably, if you want to be looking at comments, of course we will be doing that as well. Fielding them. We don't all have to see them, I suppose.
so from where? Is it on Facebook or?
In StreamYard here, if you click on comments, not private chat, but
Okay,
comments.
I do see that. I see it.
And it'll aggregate
Click
them
on-
across the platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can even reply to them.
I see.
there.
Yeah. All right. Let me join this
Yeah.
chat.
So you can see
Kyle
that.
Carpenter's here as well. Let's see here.
Okay, so just so you guys that have joined us know, if I'm looking over here, I'm checking comments, and if I'm looking here, I'm watching the movie.
Jason, we can finally have that bourbon together we've been talking about.
Oh, should I go grab a bourbon?
I don't think it's safe to do without it, but
I got myself a little Manhattan
Ooh.
right here. The Liz
Ooh,
baby.
very
Yeah,
good.
yes, sir.
Okay. Let's well, just so if those of you, there's a few people here watching, if you are going to watch it with us, I just have it queued to the very, very beginning of the whole thing, 000 on Amazon
I'm in
here.
now, too.
Are you in? Are you in?
I
the
see
party?
Carm's in.
Yeah.
I'm
Carm's in
excited
now.
for you, party.
Carmelo just entered me.
I've entered you.
I have not entered yet. I just keeps waiting.
I don't know. Maybe it's one at a time. You're a little dark too.
Am I? Oh yeah.
little bit.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna go
Good,
grab a little pour. Be right back.
Yeah, it's not letting me join this chat.
Jason's grabbing one now as well. Are you talking about the chat? Okay, yeah, in StreamYard, whatever.
Yeah, it keeps asking me to connect to YouTube, and I'm trying to, and it just won't let me connect.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem. I went through the steps. It's just not connected.
Maybe
So again,
I'll-
if you're watching at home, don't worry. We're gonna get started in just a minute or two. We'll do an intro for like an episode. You got a few minutes, Jason, to grab your drink. Don't worry.
Yes, I will do that.
Well, you should too. But I was also talking to Jason Purcell, who's on with us, who he and I talk about bourbon and Facebook sometimes. So,
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking about me with bourbon. I was like, I'm not a bourbon guy. Okay.
oh, you're a Scotch guy.
Yeah, I'm a Scotch guy.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have a Scotch Friday night. Are we still hanging out Friday night?
yeah. Why not? I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
We just got to pick a spot for dinner, but we should not do that on live on air because then the fans will swarm us when they
Oh,
come.
they're gonna swarm us and they're gonna ask for autographs that I'm not ready to sign.
That's true. That's true. Because I've got an agent for that. They sell my autographs. You know what I mean? You can't just give those away.
I'm gonna pull a Michael Jordan and just refuse autographs. That's it.
I also I don't want to take selfies, but I will open mouth kiss you if you see me in a restaurant.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jason, single malt scotches, man. That's the way to go.
Man, if you like single malt scotches, Costco seriously is like the best place. I think it's better than Binny's, better than
Really?
Yeah, seriously,
Nice.
better than like any liquor store you can go to.
I've besides the liquor, I've got some other surprises for us tonight. I'll be whipping it out during the commentary. But as a little
I can't
tease,
wait.
Remember this guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I've got all the props with me that are available on Kickstarter for this.
Nice.
Too bad
We
we couldn't give away Grace for the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure owning children is still illegal.
Oh,
Well, why don't we real quick before we hit play? Scotty went to go do something apparently.
Just
But-
he saw me and he had to, he got to.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, part of the reason we're having this live stream is because we are also currently running a Kickstarter for the Blu-ray release of this film. Carmelo, do you want to talk a little bit? And then you were going to give away a shirt.
Yeah. So if you're there, if you're listening, or if you tune in a minute, I'll repeat this a couple times throughout the show. But we are going to give away a free CCH T-shirt to anyone, to one person who comments tonight. So leave a comment, leave a question, ideally a question or discussion point, because we will answer that live, and that'll end up on the Blu-ray.
it could be an emoji if you want. If you want to keep it simple,
Yeah, if you just want to enter the contest, give us an emoji. If you want to be on,
or if you want to do 8 == D tilde, that's okay too.
Anything
but if
you
you
want.
want to be on the Blu-ray, though, this commentary will be on there. And if you ask a question, we'll answer it. And you'll show up on the commentary. But if you just want the shirt, yeah, even an emoji will do, just so we know you were here. We're going to pick a random number between 1 and infinity, and that comment will get a shirt. Danny will send you a link, and you can pick one out from our website, and we'll have it drop shipped to you. So it's just a little thank you for everyone who tunes in live.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
we're live on Kickstarter now. Danny, I can't access the comments of the StreamYard. I can see them, but I can't chat. Could you post I just put the link for our Kickstarter in the private chat. Would you move that over for me?
Sure.
Yeah. So if you didn't get a copy already, please do. Guys, I've got a fantastic campaign plan for you. I've got stretch goals. I've got surprises. I've got new rewards. I've got instant rewards. I've got milestone bonuses. And right now there's an early bird special, right? So like if you want the full benefit of the Kickstarter, get in before Friday so that you can get yourself some holy water. The only thing I didn't bring up here with me is my holy water. So, but I have all the rest of the props.
Nice.
All right, we can get started whenever.
Are you in, Scotty? Did you?
Let's see. I guess I can't join the chat either. Says it's still joining. That is weird.
Yeah, it won't let me join the chat either. That's okay.
Oh well, I meant the teleport even, but yeah.
Oh, you got to join the teleparty. That's what we need to get started. So
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I don't know why it's not letting me join.
refresh the page. That happened to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. A little refresh there.
I just
right.
did it again. Join the party.
So once again, you guys that are maybe tuning in with us or listening after the fact, because this will also be a podcast episode, and of course we'll be on the film. But if you're listening to this as a podcast episode, we're zeroed out. On the film we're watching on Amazon is at 000 right before the indie rights logo comes up. So we'll do a countdown to hit play, and you guys can join us there. So
Yeah, as soon as Scotty's ready.
Yeah, I don't understand.
We should do an intro.
Can't get in.
Be an episode, but
yeah, and I'll do an episode intro.
we
too.
did get two important
So-
questions in the chat. So in order of priority, with the most important first, Jason, I've not had the Belvani 12 year, so I can't answer your question if I prefer that. But I will tell you the
I do.
strength.
I can answer that question.
I have the Balvenie 12 year in my. I have it right now. I'm not
Oh.
drinking it, but I have it in my thing, and it is pretty good. I like it. Yeah.
Jason, did you have an opinion on which one was better? You said.
I am a Scotch guy, so I do like the Balvenie 12 year. There is one though that I highly recommend from that same family would be the Balvenie 12 year Caribbean cask. They, they aged the Scotch in these old Caribbean cask barrels, and it just gives it like it just gives it great character. But the price has been going up the past couple of years, so if you can score for like under $80, just grab it, because every time you go to a store, it's like $5 more.
Okay. What is this?
And your next question was, is the Kickstarter just tonight? No, the Kickstarter will run until November the 26th. So you have time, and there will be lots of cool announcements over the next 30 days. Like I have a campaign plan. I'm not going to just tell you to back the campaign for 30 days. I've got some surprises for everybody. Content.
But if you do back tonight or tomorrow, you'll get the free holy water.
Yeah, that's right. So we've
That's
got
right.
we have the vial of holy water that we prepared just for the Chicago screening, and I've got holy water for anyone who backs before the end of the day Friday. So it's an early bird special. So you do want to get in for that. You'd like to get in early, but other than that,
Sorry, I'm just fucking with this. See if that helps, Scotty.
Maybe I can go
You
to
might-
the.
You might just have to watch it on Amazon if you can't get in. So
I mean, I have it on Amazon.
yeah, you'll just have to hit play at the same time I hit play.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
let's do that. We're already chatting.
And
So.
we won't be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, you'll be like right in sync with us. Hopefully. So,
Well,
That's
Jason, we appreciate you backing whenever you do, and we if it's not tomorrow night because whatever reason is totally fine. No hard feelings. Remember, Kickstarter, by the way, Kickstarter does not charge you until the campaign is successful. So regardless of when you back, there won't be a charge until the 26th of November. So
nice.
so don't worry about that. But yeah, back whenever it's convenient for you. We appreciate your support whenever, and
Yeah.
if it is before Friday, I'll make sure you get that holy water, of course.
Kickstarter links in the comments. Your extension, Scotty. What are you talking about?
Can I like go into my extension and just like join the party there?
We now have a
I-
third Jason who's joined us, which I
Jeez.
love. Jason Watts, glad you're here. We will
I
give
don't-
timestamps if you're on Tubi. We'll periodically we'll let you
Yeah,
know.
I'll let you know where we're at periodically. I don't know what you mean by that, Scotty.
Okay, well,
I've
that's fine.
created the. You have the browser extension installed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay, and I've created the teleparty and sent you the link. I'm not sure what you
Yeah.
mean. Like, can you
Okay.
start your own and have us
Yeah.
try and join? I mean, maybe if
Yeah.
we want to start this whole rigmarole over again.
No, it's
But-
fine. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm
That's
zeroed
weird.
out on Amazon. And you guys watching, I'm zeroed out on Amazon. And let me do the intro. Sorry. Because this is a podcast episode.
Yes.
We will
That's
start
right.
it
That's
like
right.
a normal podcast episode. So welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here.
And Scotty Bonin with you guys.
We are the
Blood Brothers.
And
Carmelo Chimera.
once again, as a special guest, we have Jason Chwala. with us.
Hey! I'm not that other guy.
No, Rob is out working. So everyone message
I'm
Rob.
not the other
Tell him-
guy.
tell him to quit his job. He needs, even though it's helping his parents out, but still tell him to get his ass back on the podcast.
I'm Rob's stunt double.
Rob Stunt Double.
Stunt
He's
double.
coming out late night,
I'm
early
a
morning.
stand-in.
Yeah. Well, here we are with a special episode. We're providing commentary to our newest film, Name the Demon. So this episode is meant to be listened to while you watch the film on your favorite, wherever you want to watch it. Right at the moment, it's streaming on Amazon, Tubi, Google Play. We're going to watch it on Amazon. I have it queued up to just all zeros right before the very first logo, which is Indie Rights, comes onto the screen. We're going to do a countdown. And we're also fielding comments from other people who are joining us live. So you'll hear us doing that as well. All right, guys.
And remember, if you leave at least one comment, you're entered to win a t-shirt. We're going to give away a t-shirt during this as well.
That's right. Of course, not if you're listening after the fact, but
right. You can't win that. Right.
All right, I am zeroed out. I'm going to count down from 3, and I'm going to click play on go.
Yay,
so here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Logo came up.
I guess we can start the commentary with nice things about Indie Rights. There's a lot of shitty distributors out there. Indie Rights is good. The split is more than fair. They do a great job. We are talking to someone, I can't name them, but we're talking to someone about potentially a theatrical release. So that's kind of cool. And, once the Kickstarter is funded, I've got I will be able to make some exciting moves happen on the physical release. So look out for those announcements too.
Yes,
I like that Chimera Studios logo. The negative space is cool. There needs to be more negative space in things.
It's true. The world is a crowded place.
Yeah.
This was shot much later than the original shooting days. This is in Denver. Jesse and I took the camera out, and we just had to get Carmelo. This was added in later, right?
Yeah. So Nicholas wrote this later because Nicholas is my brother. For those of you who don't know, he's my co-writer and co-director, and we collaborate with Jason all the time. And I think it was actually Jason who made a really good point early on, which was that it's hard to care about all the horrible things that are about to happen if you don't connect with Anna earlier. Yeah. And we try little things. We mentioned she's a vet, and we see these family photos. But we did this scene to help humanize it. Also, there was a runtime issue. It was a little short.
Yeah.
And we were also worried that the film's twist didn't come out, or that it rather didn't, not that it didn't come out, it wasn't set up properly. So this kind of solved a lot of problems.
Yeah, this definitely set it up better from the beginning.
Right. And what was it like filming this? Was it cold? What's going on? How was it like?
Actually, it was a nice fall day, if I remember. Well, a little past fall, as you can see, all the leaves are gone. It might have been spring. I can't remember quite when we filmed this, but we said we need it. It was months later, and this is on an iPhone. So we just used an iPhone, sound from the iPhone. And I think, if I remember correctly, we just happened to choose this park. I don't think the school thing was in the script. It may have been, but the shot that just happened is we just happened to be by the school. And so I just ran. I recorded a little bit of the school saying, "Oh, that's where I met your mom."
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
So, that was just off the cuff, just improv right there.
Just improvisation.
Yeah, you're holding the camera right now.
Carmelo and/or Nick did script this part out, and then we might have added a couple things here and there. We were dealing with passerbys a lot, and so a biker came by, and someone with their dog that came up to us while we were rolling had to start that one over again. And,
where did Jesse get a fake pregnancy belly? How did you do that?
I think it's just literally just a pillow, I think. Or you know what? Maybe we have like a one at the theater, my parents' theater, that
it's like it's a pregnant
also
woman
just
belly.
A pillow with a belt,
But it's like rounded, and it goes around your neck, and it goes around your waist and ties.
Was Jesse? Did she get pregnant shortly right after you guys filmed this, or did she already have her baby right at this point?
No, she got pregnant after. Yeah,
right after. That's funny.
I get this question a lot. These facts are true. Everything in the open.
Oh yeah, people ask me that too.
Yeah,
they are.
I wasn't sure I wasn't sure for a while if they were true or not.
I was actually surprised. Carmelo actually contacted the IAE to try and talk to them, and they didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah, they were not thrilled with my project.
Joe Castro's cameo here.
Yeah, this is the scene I got to direct. Thank you very much, Carmelo. Yeah.
This is Joe Castro, our special effects guy that was there the whole time.
You know what I love? Reading the comments online, the amount of people who are like, "Oh my God, Joe Castro's in this movie," and I was like,
"He's a well-known special effects artist."
Yeah, he's got some serious star power that I was completely unaware of.
And if you
know.
ever get the chance to meet him either at a convention or a project, he is just the greatest. We all are big Joe Castro fans.
Yes, we love Joe Castro.
He'll
He's
probably
awesome.
be on our next movie as well. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
dude,
can't
in
imagine
fact,
I don't want to work
sure.
without him now. He's an awesome guy. A joy to be around. Does great work.
I hope he doesn't raise the price on us.
No, even if he did buy 3, it would still beat everyone else's.
Oh,
Right,
and
so
she's
Oh, it's
doing
so
the
gnarly.
arm.
I'm looking at it right over there. I'm in the room, and it's right
Carmelo
over
is
there.
in the room.
I know.
Yes. He is
room that
broadcasting
happened.
from this room that we're watching on screen right now.
He's in the room where it happened.
So-
You'll notice that when we see Anna again, that arm is bandaged up.
Very nice. Continuity.
Continuity was in place.
Yeah, heck yeah.
One other fun little fact for you: that opening with Joe Castro was originally conceived as a trailer of its own, and that we were going to film a couple of things like that would be standalone in continuity trailers that you'd have to watch to get the full story, but that the movie would stand on its own. Because I sort of like trailers that have original content or part of the experience. Then it became that the movie was a little slow and we didn't get enough action fast enough. And so we thought that really starts the movie off with a bang, because found footage movies often, because of their low budget, don't have anything for the first 2/3 of the movie. And we didn't want that to be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was going to be the trailer, and so that the entire movie could be kept in the dark, right?
Right.
It was like,
Yeah.
Right.
And that kind of presented that hook right off the bat to kind of get the audience
We
going.
missed it, but if you looked closely, she was in the upper window at the top of the house.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another little.
I'm always
gimmick.
surprised how many people did catch it, which I love. And I love when people tell me they watched it a second time and caught it and surprised them. That's very exciting.
I was always looking for it.
It
We're
was.
gonna have to like put all these Easter eggs on the IMDb page at some
Yeah,
point.
so I've got an Easter egg right here. I've got the address plate from the house.
Ooh.
Someone said, "Why would you put your address in public?" And I didn't. Comment if you know what this Easter egg is from. You can get this prop on our Kickstarter, of course. If you're listening,
That's
after
awesome.
on the Blu-ray, it's long.
Yeah, you
gone.
have to. And if you're just listening, you can go back and watch. This is on YouTube as well. So, Jason already got it. Elm Street.
Yeah, nailed it, Jason.
Nailed it. They just came in from outside where it was freezing balls cold every night that we shot.
Oh, my
Yep.
God. 20
It was
degrees every
extremely
night.
cold.
Oh,
Extremely
Giorgio.
cold outside.
Chicago is serious.
Giorgio.
about
Oh,
the
that's
winter.
The dog.
That's Carmelo's mom's dog, right, Carmelo?
That's right. Yep. He was so traumatized by the end of this, we basically had to throw him out.
That
Yeah.
yelping was just amazing, too. Yeah.
Fun fact about Giorgio: I went to a barbecue and Giorgio ate a whole slice of pizza off my plate.
Wow. Okay.
That little shit.
We
Yeah,
had
cool.
Scotty and I had an old cat growing up that swallowed a chicken wing whole.
Yeah.
She was just really old too. It was sort of funny.
And we just like saw it happen. I tried to get it out of her mouth and just too late. Like, whoa, how? What the hell?
We did put pictures and things throughout Carmelo's house of Jesse and I as husband and wife. And the funny thing is, most of them are pictures of Jesse and her actual husband. And who did someone replaced his face with my face in Photoshop. Was that
I
you
don't-
or Potter or
Might have been Greg Lynn who did
maybe
our
Greg?
on-screen
Yeah,
effects.
someone did.
He's a wizard. He's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It looked pretty good.
Greg did you see the frame and the clock and the battery, and that's harder than it looks, because even though it's meant to look like found footage, we wanted the timing right. We wanted the battery to deplete at certain points. So like he had to manually pace all that out.
Mm-hmm.
There has been. I have seen a complaint about it. The first one, everyone usually is very positive. They love the battery. They love it being there.
Yeah.
I did see
Some
one.
people were saying it's the worst battery on the planet.
Well, that.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
someone was like, unrealistic because that's what you see when you're recording through a camera, not when you're watching video back from a
I
camera.
remember that comment. Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
and we tried to,
oh,
we addressed that. The Big Scott, I keep calling Big Scott, but he plays Father Matthews. He says the line where he's like, make sure that the stamp is visible for
That's
everything.
true.
Yep, that's right.
True.
Which you
and
could
you know
probably
what-
go in the settings and make that visible.
Yeah.
Right. It just goes to show you though, and if whether you're a big time filmmaker, an independent filmmaker, or any kind of creative, so I mean this encouragingly, you just can't make everybody happy.
Oh,
we
no.
Yeah.
we
Oh,
made a
for sure
movie
not.
we thought was scary and was cool, and we think the battery was awesome. It was Jason Chawala's idea because it gives the movie the ticking time bomb that every movie needs in its own way.
Here's some legs.
Yeah. Oh, I
Well,
love
there's
that.
some legs. There's our first little
I-
floating
I
legs.
absolutely love the legs in the reflection, and I hope people watching caught that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Those are prosthetic legs that Joe made that we have hanging from a wooden dowel or a broomstick.
Who has
Yeah,
the
it looked like
now?
we originally talked about some kind of rig for Jesse, but instead we
To
just
hold her up.
Yeah, we were like, how are we going to get her feet to float? Like a harness and some kind of zip line, and then we just had fake legs made.
Who has those legs right now?
Joe.
I think
has
Joe
them.
took them.
kept the legs.
Yeah.
Which for there you only
Jason
see
Watts
the shin down.
says the battery adds suspense. Thank you. And then we have a question: how long was filming? Jason Purcell already answered. It was 7 days, 7 days straight of night shoots. And yeah, Jazz says no idea how you talked your family into that unless they went out of town. The funny, hilarious thing about this, we talked about it on a different interview, is that during all of this filming, Carmelo's wife was sleeping in a room that we never go into,
Yeah.
hopefully peacefully, not knowing that we're tearing shit up in the house.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
making blood everywhere. And on
Little
every-
did we
every
know
wall.
she was possessed herself.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, Carmelo? She was possessed every night after we left.
That's how we got the demon to appear in the movie. That was part of the deal.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out before we get too much further to this opening sequence, because you guys had such a hard job. You had to memorize all these lines for 11 straight minutes. Now, a lot of the movie has
it was
hidden
tough.
cuts, and we'll talk about the hidden cuts.
Yeah.
But my brother felt strongly that we had to go as long as we could before the first cut, so that you would suspend your disbelief, right? If we gave you a real long shot, then later when we're pretending, you're kind of in with us. And these first 11 or 12 minutes really are one take. And it was tough. We did 14 of them before we got it,
Did we really?
at least. And it took
Wow.
all night to do the 12 minutes. That was the
Yeah,
whole
this was the hardest scene
Yeah.
for sure. This longer scene for sure.
Yeah.
14, yeah, we did, huh?
Man, I love how that lamp just lights up and shadows like some of the basic stuff in that room. It's just weird, but it's just
Yeah.
I just liked it.
There's
Mhm.
another Easter egg back there. There's a Pazuzu statue on that shelf behind Scotty's left there. You can barely see it, but it's there. I've got that as well
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
you're up
Kickstarter
there with haunted
rewards.
items in the room.
in the room.
Carmelo has experienced some haunted happenings in that room since we filmed, and now he's in there. So I don't know. Pray
I
for
may
him.
not make it, guys. I don't know.
I don't know.
I wish to God I could have got Jesse and flown her out here, put her in makeup, get her behind me for this commentary.
Oh, I know.
You know, at the end of the show, she'd come out and kill me.
Yeah, yeah.
Slit your throat.
We just saw our first subliminal flash of imagery and or numbers that have to do with the demon. So
Mhm.
it's giving you hints if you know your, what do you want to call it, like numerology and whatever you call symbolism.
Yeah, symbolism.
There's Danny and Jesse, superimposed face.
Jason says he needs to find and buy that statue. Nay, we say more. Just pledge for it on the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
campaign.
just grab it on the Kickstarter, and then
And
you'll
you'll
get
get
it in the movie.
You can have the exact one here. I'm stroking it for you right now. He's got a large phallus. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna rub it for you.
Yeah.
We're also
And I believe that specific pledge also comes with like a slew of autographed items.
So I've got other stuff. It does. I've got also the diploma we just saw. I've got that.
Oh,
yeah, the Anna Scott diploma with her veterinarian.
Yeah.
And
certification.
I've got the wedding photo. Damn.
Yes, that's the main one that my head was photoshopped in.
Now this, I've seen Danny in a lot of movies, and he's my good friend, but I also direct him, right? So I always want to be complimentary, but I also want to be honest with him. And I love his performance in this scene. And I've heard from a lot of people, they love his performance, and it carries
Well,
this
thank you.
opening. What I'm getting at is I've seen him in a lot of stuff. I tell him which I like better, and I think this is one of the best performances he gives in anything I've seen him in. And I'm not saying
It
it's
is,
just
it is great for sure.
Well, I owe you a hand job.
Well, you know,
or a round of applause, a hand.
what does make me happy is that, because I know people aren't just blowing smoke, is I've had people tell me, groups of people are like, Danny's great in this. I didn't care for Potter or Scotty or whatever. And then I've had people tell me the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty was amazing. I love it. I thought, and the reason I like that is because we talked about this. You can't please everybody.
No.
That tells me people are actually engaging. They're actually caring about the performances.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
You know,
Yeah. You know, you as a filmmaker and actor, you start to you can't get too much into the negative reviews as they come out.
Right.
But as sort of a solace to it all is that right next to our movie, VHS Beyond came out, and then I was looking at other like critically acclaimed films, and it's all the same comments. It doesn't matter
Right.
what movie it is. It doesn't matter what stage
Yeah.
you're at. There's comments on like Saving Private Ryan that say like the acting was garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
And
The acting
there's,
was
like,
garbage. The dialogue was
You
too
know,
slow.
From people who never acted, never made a movie. Right.
Yeah. And it's hard, man. It's hard to act. It's hard. Like people rip it, and it's like, man, you try it. It's hard to get in front of the camera and really, especially these long scenes like this. This wouldn't happen in a regular film. You'd cut in between all this.
Oh yeah.
Like, and most of the scenes were long in this, so it was definitely a good challenge for all of us for doing this as an actor.
I'm pretty confident after watching this a few times that this could be seen as sort of a slow moment that drags on, but we're getting a lot of good exposition here, and it's sort of interesting exposition, I would argue, that keeps and piques your interest.
Yeah, I would say I mean, at least the goal anyway was it's creepy, and we're setting up a lot of things like her eating the animals, and we're setting up that she was a vet, which is important for a couple of reasons. And your performance is telling us, it's setting the stage for where we're at. I mean, at no point in this do I think of anything other than like, this is a tired, scared man who's like at the end of his rope. You nail that. And that's why it's important we had that violence at the beginning of the movie, though, because it would be like 12 minutes without seeing her or seeing any gore or blood if we didn't have the arm bite. So as good as this is, I do love the idea of starting, really strong.
Sure.
Yeah.
We were talking about some scotch and bourbon earlier. Do we remember, Danny? Do we remember what we poured you here?
That was just tea. That was just iced
tea.
tea. Yeah, it was just tea. Yeah.
Though on the set of Sin Eater once, I did swap his iced tea with a glass of bourbon to see.
Yeah.
What happened to be drinking on camera.
Towards the end of the run, there, it's got to give him some straight up bourbon.
Yeah,
we have a comment that Danny looks like James Brolin from Amityville, which is cool because we often hear Jack Torrance from The Shining.
We get that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm coming apart.
I can see the James Brolin for sure, man.
Yeah.
I just need, and I'm a suspected wife beater, so that we've said that James Brolin,
That's true.
Dude, that scared me the first time I saw it. You like hear her voice, Daddy. Oh shit!
you know what? I just heard it in my headphones right now, and
I thought that was coming from like my kitchen. I was like,
I thought it was
Me
coming
too.
from behind. I thought it was coming from behind me.
I looked behind me. I'm like, what?
And what's even crazier is that my daughter actually dubbed that exact line, that line that just happened.
So that was Stella.
Stella dubbed it, and so
That's
I just
right,
for a
she
second
did.
I was like, she behind me
Because
right
there
now?
never was a daddy in there. That's right.
There was never a daddy
She
in
dubbed
there.
that in there.
We
That's her
needed it
voice.
for the startle. That was a hidden cut. That's the first hidden cut. It was so that we didn't have to have the young actress there the first night, so we could limit her. She was 7. She was in school. Isabel Pastori, and she universal, by the way, praise. Everyone who sees this tells me Isabel Pastori is fantastic in this.
Yeah.
Both girls get
She does
universal
great.
praise, no matter good or bad reviews. Jesse and
It's true.
Isabel.
It's
Everyone's
true.
like,
Even in
everything
that
was
movie.
garbage. The acting was horrible, except for the possessed girl and the little girl.
Yeah.
I have
Oh
her
my
shark.
God.
This is a reference to an old feud. If you've listened to the Cult Classic Horror Show before, you've heard this story. But when the Hills Have Eyes came out, Wes Craven put a Jaws poster in the trailer, ripped in half, to say like that was the scariest movie. Now it's this one. And then
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sam Raimi does it in Evil Dead. He puts the Hills Have Eyes poster ripped up.
That's right.
So then
Yeah.
Evil Dead is on a screen in Nightmare Before Elm Street. Freddy's glove is in Evil Dead 2. So
Mhm.
this is my little, I want in on this feud. This is my
Yes.
shot with Spielberg. And you can
So
get
you
this
got
on
the
the
shark, the Jaws
You can
shark.
get yes. She did. It was sort of funny. She just yanked me as hard as she could up the stairs for no real reason. Right after that, she did do a great job. But this was, I think, one of her first things she'd ever done, and
Yeah,
she
this was her first like big gig.
took a little bit of working with her here and there to get her to do what we wanted and
It
to
was
get the
a lot.
lines.
Yeah. She got through it.
So this is a little funny Easter egg no one's quite caught. Is there's a lot of talk about the cameraman being observant. There's a lot of talk about Scotty being a good talker. And this is something Jason and I worked on. No one has caught, but they all then suffer an injury to that area. The cameraman will have an injury to the eye, and Scotty will have an injury to his mouth, and Danny to his ear. And it was supposed to be hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Speak no evil.
Ah,
Yes, I got that.
Yeah, it's a little thing. It was more for the fun of it, you know.
You'll see my collar is actually a Coke cup cut in half, and I put it in my shirt.
Really?
So, yeah, it's just the inside of a plastic or paper
Cardboard, paper cup.
Yeah. So what I had kept bending, and this one worked way better.
Do we have that toy, Carmelo? Do we have the toy?
No, we gave the toy to Isabel as a gift, as a thank you. And I don't know if it's made up for all the trauma and therapy that she probably had to go through after this movie. But she officially accepted it as a settlement offer. So
Okay, good.
When we were watching that in the Chicago premiere, that part I saw the audience jump a little bit. That's that loud toy sound. Ah!
yeah, it works out good.
Yeah.
It does work good.
This came out, it's very dark, and it gets a little bit lighter here in a second, but I think it came out real well because she just looks creepy enough to where you're not sure what's going on with her.
Yeah. And in early drafts, and also in it shows here, like the idea was we wanted it to be something where maybe she is just sick. And I think this plays into the early red herring that Danny's character is a wife beater, and that he's just keeping this woman in the attic.
I also love how Father Matthew says, "No one say a word except for me," and then I immediately shush him and start talking to her.
It's the truth. Well, that's the dynamic. Those characters are arm wrestling the whole movie, really.
Yeah. This is the acting that, a lot of people could argue, oh, anyone can sit there and scream and be possessed, but it's this emotional stuff here early on, I think, that really sells Jessie as an actress. I mean, she just kills it right here.
And the way she just switches back and forth with that frenetic energy.
Yeah.
In between takes, Jessie would go off to the side and like hyperventilate herself.
Yeah.
Moments before we shot. So
I've seen her do that on Sin Eater too.
Yeah. So she, her praise, her praise came at a cost. She really put herself through the ringer to make this character as believable as possible,
and
both physically and emotionally.
Oh, completely, both.
I love this. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but we're just here
fine.
right now. I love this sequence of completely going all the way down the stairs while conversating. It just really makes we're in a single shot film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
right, exactly. It's
we're,
not
we're
any other
going
movie.
down
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's urgent where you need to get downstairs. We need to start. It's not like we appear here.
But I didn't mean to cut. Jessie went through hell. Her alcohol to wipe makeup off nightly, airbrushing makeup on nightly. People don't realize that your skin just becomes this raw, dry coating on you.
He went through a lot, and it was tough. We had some crazy late nights that was tiring and stressful, but we ultimately got through it, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
I like this without having cuts in it because that's really what personifies the sequence from Army of Darkness where he's gearing up. But this is sort of like that sequence without the hard cuts,
It's true, and it's actually weirdly, it's really a part of the classic hero's journey that Joseph Campbell writes about in the famous book Hero with a Thousand Faces. Armoring up, suiting up for the final fight is part of the hero's journey. So it's always a really cool scene.
Yeah.
I have the book.
You have the book, right?
Oh, you have the book.
So I have the real book.
You have the real
I
book.
have this book, and if you've seen the
fake
movie,
one.
you know what this book is. For.
Yeah, there it is. Which
This
Joe
is
made that
cardboard
in
and
20
masking
minutes.
tape. It looks
And that cardboard replica of this book we're seeing on screen right now, Joe made in how long?
It was like an hour
It
probably.
took him like an hour. He was like, "Where's the garbage?" And he made this.
And that's just what, cardboard and such?
This was cardboard, masking tape, and spray paint because this is obviously violence is done with this.
Yes.
In fact, there's a great line that foreshadows it when Matthew says, "This is our best weapon," and it later becomes one. In fact, there's blood on it.
became a physical
There's
weapon
blood on it right now.
Right.
instead of a spiritual
your replica.
weapon.
Yeah.
And yes, I see a comment. I do have all the props, but I'm ready to part with all of them. That you can get these all on the You can get all of these on the Kickstarter. These are all up for.
Adam has a nice comment. Said,
Yes.
never thought the singer of a heavy metal band would make a great Catholic father on film. Killed it, Scotty. Great job. Can't wait for the next one.
Oh man, thanks, Adam. Appreciate it, brother.
For those of you that don't
Yep.
know, Scotty and I also have a band. We have a band called Poolside at the Flamingo. So you can look us up and listen to our music if you'd like. It's
Right, Father Lucas.
That should be a
That's
song.
right, baby. Thanks, man.
The one thing I want to add about Scotty's performance in particular, but really all of them, is for me as a director, the barometer of the good performance was, do I feel like they are this character in this situation, right? There's some conversation about, well, you know, given the long takes, it sounds like sometimes they're looking for lines or something. And we have other takes where that's not the case. I like when people don't know exactly what to say, because except for me, most people don't talk in long, uninterrupted speeches. Most people look for words. And so I don't mind that. To me, the test was, am I looking at Father Lucas or am I looking at Scotty? And when I see him in this movie, I see a priest. And when you'll see him in a minute, when he's yelling the prayers, in particular at the end, when he becomes the lead, I feel the priest. When I see Danny sitting there drinking his bourbon, telling his story, I don't see my friend anymore. I see a tired father.
Totally. Yeah, I agree, man. Thank you. I becoming the character, you know, and
we had some of this priest garb from Sin Eater that starred Bill Moseley, and he wore.
I'm actually wearing Bill Moseley's stole right now.
Those I do not have. I do not.
And the stole, if I remember correctly, was surprisingly expensive off of a Catholic's website that you can buy.
Very expensive.
Yeah, you can go. Catholic priests can go to. They have websites where they can shop and buy things for themselves.
Yeah.
I have that whole entire outfit.
So the door,
in my room right now.
the door behind Scotty is currently at this moment in the film where Christine is sleeping.
That's where Carmelo's wife's sleeping.
You'll notice we
the
never
door's
go
always
in.
shut.
We never go in that room, and the door is always shut because
That's right.
she's always sleeping in there while we're filming.
Danny's
I love
butt
the ass
shot.
shots of Danny.
Nice butt
There's
shot.
a lot of butt
Gun
shots.
shot. The point of that gun is just right in there.
Yeah, it really is. I tried to. There's actually, you know, I try to tuck it into the bottom lip of my
That's how
butthole
it stays
as a
in there.
holster.
It kept falling out. You had to really stick it.
Oh my god.
This was a shot that we at first tried to use as a possible cover shot for the key art, but it's just too dark.
Yeah.
I thought it came good for the darkness, for the art. You can see her silhouette still and her decrepitness.
So I actually did not put this on Kickstarter because I wasn't sure it was enough, but I have the rope.
Oh,
you
we
do?
tied her up with
I do.
The rope.
Oh,
the rope.
the rope.
Nice.
I have the rope that's on the bed.
Yeah, this
You
was
should put it on Kickstarter. Screw it.
That's the room right here.
yeah, that's the room behind Carmelo that we see right now. This is the first of when I rewatch this. Her eyes are bleeding here. If you can catch that barely if you see it.
Yeah.
This is the first sequence of the film where when I watch it, I get the feeling Carmelo intended, which was it's on her for too long. This is happening for too long. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be watching this anymore. This has almost become a smut, you know.
Right.
and also-
I'm so glad it lands because this is a long shot of them tying her up, and the exorcism is a long shot of them, screaming prayers. But I looked up videos of exorcisms, and there's not a ton of them, but I got creeped the fuck out, and I wanted that for the audience. I wanted you to have this something where, like, if someone just sent you this,
there goes the
window
window.
slam. The
Window
window
slam.
slam. A lot of people miss. But
Yep,
sorry,
yep,
go ahead.
that
Go
one
ahead.
there, yep.
I think Jason might have pulled a cord on that.
Yeah,
I was under the bed.
And he was under the bed. He actually made the bed shake, but we sort of miss it because the camera's shaking too.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing's sort of
It
shaking.
just took me forever to tie those.
I didn't
feet
mean to
up.
interrupt you, Carmelo. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Yeah, I just wanted to be like, man, if someone sent you this 2 minutes, you'd be like, what the hell did those guys do to that poor woman?
This is from the
Why
deep
is
web.
it taking them so long to tie her? But I mean, it builds that. Yeah.
It also did take longer than we thought it would take to tie her up. I'll give you that.
You can hear Danny getting tedious with me on that last left leg there. Like, come on, God, hurry!
Right.
Which I'm like, God damn it, why am I taking so long?
Just
guys
running
all
out of I'm running out of things to say about the situation.
I know it's like you don't want that dead space, but it did take a second. I think
I personally love the puns of father and daddy and the dirty sex context that she's talking about. It's like it's so demonic, right? The demons like take clever pleasure in those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really
I had to try and fix her dress a little bit there. It was just, I think, riding up a little more than we all thought it would.
yeah.
We just heard rather the first instance of sort of the little boy voice inside of her.
Yeah.
Which was done post by Potter. It was done in post, but there have been a couple comments saying she did a wonderful job with the little kid's voice. And so some people can't tell it's in post, which is cool.
Yeah. I love how fucking impatient Father Matthews gets with Deacon John in this scene.
Yeah.
He's such a jerk.
Yeah. Well, Potter,
He's freaking out. Potter's freaking
This
out.
is
Please,
some
Deacon John.
This is actually a sort of one of the moments of comic relief here is the freaking out of Deacon John and all of the rest of us going, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Right.
The pipes in the house, the sounds. He's just on edge right now, holding his cross, kissing it.
Yeah.
So there's a reading of the movie. I won't go into all of it because it would be spoilerish. We'll talk about it at the end. But there's a reading of this that I like to think of, where I like to think of Deacon John as the hero, right? He might not be the main character. He might not be the most screen time. But in terms of who goes on the classic hero's journey, it's him, because right now he's like freaking out. He's like almost useless.
Yeah.
And then he does something very heroic at the very end. And to me, it's him. This movie's about him facing his fears in that way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because he's not 100% on board with any of this from the from the get go.
Yeah.
And when we land at the very end, you'll see he does get there a bit. Finally,
Jason says the comb over reminds him of Jack Torrance. You talking about my comb over? I hope so, because
or Big Scott's
comb over,
or Father Matthews.
He's got the sort of that hair going on. But no, I very much was thinking of Jack Torrance in this film most of the time. And I'm glad that most of the feedback I've gotten from just random, when we've been at Q&As and things, that comes up without us saying anything. So that's pretty cool.
That one sequence of me saying that line, I wish I could have reshot that, because I don't know what I'm doing with my freaking hands there. I'm like holding my fingers and my thumb, like, what the fuck? But hey,
I've never noticed that, Scotty. I've seen it 16 times.
I'm my own worst critic. See, there we go.
I've seen the finished movie 16 times. I've seen the movie 600 times, and I've never noticed.
That's just the nervousness of me as my character. See, it's perfectly good. Well, thank you. Good.
I like how mad I get at Simon and then cool myself down immediately.
Just the pipes.
And then the doorbell.
Oh no, this car coming up.
I love the pipes. And then
the
doorbell.
Simon, yeah, that's
well,
right.
I get so mad at him for a second.
Yeah, it's true. It's my brother Nicholas, the co-writer, co-director.
Yes,
Co-writer, co-director, Nicholas.
Yes.
He wants to be on camera. He wants to be an actor. He doesn't want to do any podcasts or promotional stuff.
Oh, he has no
We should have had him on here.
I think he's afraid of getting canceled. He says most of the vile dialogue in this movie he wrote.
Yeah. He's
I'll
afraid
point
of
out my
him.
favorite. Yeah.
I love, from Nicholas, the vile stuff. I love it.
I'll give you a preview if we do hit some stretch goals for the Kickstarter. One of the stretch goals, I did get him to agree to do a director commentary with me. So he and I would do a commentary.
Yes.
So maybe there'd be some different insights or his opinion of things.
Oh, I bet he'll say a lot of things that we're not even saying, that he's, had some insight about writing and dialogue and all that.
Yeah, I want to know where he gets some of the lines like "Let Father Lucas's balls shine on your face."
Yeah, dude.
Where the fuck did he come up with
That was great.
Uh,
I will let them shine day and night, baby.
I'm proud of this shot because it's meant to look like the whole movie's meant to look like accidental found footage shots, but we blocked every shot, and we blocked this to see Lucas and Potter, Lucas and Deacon John in the reflection, so that all three people could be on screen, even
Yeah.
though it's a first person camera. And so we planned it this way so that we could see everybody.
Yeah, it's a great shot. For sure.
In the shot coming up, when Potter is talking to me, and it's just catching me and then him in the reflection a little bit.
Yep.
Someone in one comment said something about, in a comment said, "Oh, did you guys catch the like evil eye in that shot or something?" I have no idea what they're talking about. Like, I didn't
all
see,
right.
and I looked last time and I couldn't see anything. I don't know what they were talking.
It's
So
scary
everyone-
to me that we made this and we don't know what they're talking
Yeah, keep
Was
your
it-
eyes open for some kind of evil eye or spark or something in that shot. Coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're, by the way, if you're just a podcast listener, I want to remind you, you're supposed to be listening to this episode while watching the movie. This is the
Yes.
Yes.
Comment.
As promised, I haven't done this even once yet.
That's what we're talking about. All
Do
the
you
Yeah,
guys-
can we give a timestamp?
Yeah, I'm afraid of clicking on my screen to see the time. Does
I
anyone
can tell you it's
I have it.
34:56.
Okay, we're at 34, 56, 57, 58, 59,
59,
60,
35, 31.
35.
Yep,
Okay,
got it.
that's where we're at.
3504, 3506.
I've got an interesting prop. I've got Grace's pajamas, screen worn
Ooh.
pajamas,
Yes.
Wow.
which I kind of felt a little creepy about selling, but they're on Kickstarter.
Okay, no, that
And
works.
if you know what they're from, again, no spoilers, but I even have the cardboard legs in the pants from later in the movie.
Should we talk about that now or later? I feel like
No,
we're
no,
gonna be
later.
We'll talk about
Okay.
it later.
okay.
Kevin Weaver is, I think, listening with us, and he hasn't seen it yet, so he doesn't want any spoilers.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we won't spoil till we get to the
Too
part we're
much.
spoiling.
When we did when we covered the movie a few weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, it was hard not to give away spoilers. So like I want to like kind of unleash a little bit during this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this actual thing we're doing right now will be on the Blu-ray as a commentary. I think we're also going to do an actor commentary with Scotty and I and Jesse and Potter, and then there'll be a director commentary with Carmelo and Nick, and so there's going to be a few commentaries on it.
Some of those additional commentaries are stretch goals, though, so it depends how the Kickstarter does.
That's actually very true.
That's why
This
we gotta
shot.
rely on you
Someone
guys.
said there's something here that's creepy. Did we catch it? I don't know what they're talking
I
about.
don't know.
There's you see
I don't. know.
Yeah, I didn't see
Potter.
anything. I don't see anything.
I'll go back and watch that again. Shit, I like that.
Get that barrel.
Wasn't
There's
it-
a cut.
wasn't it
Here's a
Jason-
cut. Little thing
Yeah,
there for you
yeah.
guys.
Whenever
was a
it-
cut.
Yeah, whenever it fades to goes to black like that, those are some hidden cuts.
If the screen gets fully black or once or twice later on fully white, like against the wall,
Yeah.
that was a cut.
mhm.
Right. The other kind of cut we use was called a whip cut. When the
Yeah.
camera whirls really quickly, that's a place to hide cuts.
Yeah.
This actually is not a hidden cut, but we used it. We do that later. So later there was an area we just couldn't fix, and we wanted the camera to do what I called a glitch cut, where the camera
Yeah.
would glitch out and we would hide the cut in there. But for that
Yeah.
to work, the camera has to glitch at other times where you're not doing that. And,
Yeah.
And I like that it freaks out like that just before the exorcism.
Yeah.
I like the
That was
vibe
nice.
when we just walked in the room here. I like the vibe because this happens once or twice in like the movie The Exorcist, where they're sort of just entering, they're in there. I think at one point he comes in and one of the fathers, I think Father Marin's just sort of sitting there like reading, and Reagan's sitting on the bed. And so they're existing and not in like a battle state. You know what I mean?
Right.
Together.
Yeah, they're not
and-
fighting. Yeah.
And as a kid that saw The Exorcist way too young, I was always like, how could they even just be in the same room, just like sitting there, you know?
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. Why are they so
Um,
calm? What are they doing? Just sitting in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
When,
sitting there. She's tied up in the bed.
One Easter egg on the nightstand to her screen left, is a little statue of a monkey, 3 monkeys, and they're doing the hear no evil, see no evil,
Speak
speak no evil.
Uh,
you
yeah.
don't-
This is the first of
There
our
it is.
little effects. We did have those are practical. The lights were on like a dimmer, right?
Yeah, we use smart bulbs. I could control
Smart
them.
bulbs. Yeah. Jason was under the bed. Jason Chihuahua under.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he will be shaking that. He also pulls a picture frame down, couple picture frames down.
You'll see the picture
here
frame.
coming up.
So
Don't I
right.
yank one of the drawers open too or something?
Yeah, so
something like
Nick and Jason and I are, except for the scenes where Jason's shaking the bed, Nick and Jason and I are right in front of me right now. Behind where I'm looking is a bathroom. And we're in that bathroom and we all have our own like fishing lines and we're watching on the monitor and pulling it to different times. And you don't even need to paint those out digitally. The filament just does not show up.
Yeah, you can't see them.
We have a question about the symbol flashes, and I do get this question from time to time. The symbols and the numbers are symbols and numbers that are traditionally associated with the demon, whose name I won't reveal at this point because the few folks who are seeing this for the first time. Which, by the way, this should not be your first viewing with a commentary. You should be able to the movie.
Watch it though, yeah.
But if
stop
this is
right
your
now
anyone,
and go
there
watch
might not
it.
be anyone watching it for the first time. Kevin might not have joined us. He might have just asked that question and peaced out.
So you could probably still say it.
But yeah,
these are the numbers and symbols associated with the movie's demon, and they really are. So
It's they're true symbols that associate with the demon.
in
Not made up.
fact, I don't know if anyone's going to figure out what I did, but I'm going to throw the challenge out there. The numbers associated with this demon are 32 and 72. I've hidden them in plain sight somewhere out in the interwebs. And if you can figure out where I've hidden those numbers, I will give you one of the classic Marvel no prizes.
Ooh, 32 and 72.
Okay, all
What if I find it?
I would then you get some over the pants, under the table hand stuff.
Okay, good,
Okay,
good. That's what I was hoping for.
Wait, over the pants, under the table.
Over the,
UTV.
OT. No, wait. Under the table over. No, it's under the table over the pants.
UGT
UGT
OP.
OTPHJ.
Yeah,
That's right. That's exactly right.
I knew what you meant.
Under the table over the pants hand job.
I knew what you meant.
Every other fan just gets kudos. Scotty will get some of that.
Yes. And you obviously have Anna's blouse there too.
I like the comments on- I like
Do
the
you have
comments
I have these clean ones that she wore for tests and things.
Okay.
I also have one of these, the actual gown
God.
she's wearing.
Wow.
The one she's wearing in this scene right now.
It's
Probably.
covered in blood and
And makeup, right? And
it's honestly, it's so gross to touch.
Syrup, makeup.
It is the
prosthetic.
second grossest thing I have.
It probably
And you
smells a
can
little
have it
bit.
for Kickstarter, it could be yours.
Yeah, frame it.
that's
You can
great.
frame it and seal it in a glass frame. You won't be able to
If I were to go back,
smell anything.
I would put a cliche puke in the face right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It is.
Just
It's
straight-
an intentional fake out of that because a lot of people thought she was going to bite his nose and stuff,
Yeah.
but it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just black bile. I love this shot with her eyes getting all wide, and this is a great shot.
I think this is this the picture stuff frame and
Yeah, I think
pictures
this is
gonna
where the
fall
bed
down.
was shaking, but it,
Okay.
This is the scene that had everybody on TikTok demanding Anna's OnlyFans. I'm not joking. There's like other comments asking for her OnlyFans. It's funny.
Really?
Oh my
Put the
god.
commentary on TikTok. If you want more Anna, you can own her clothes. How does that sound?
I think we'll see. Yeah, some of the
There's a
hand.
picture.
There goes a picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then the glass
Yeah.
broke for real. That happened.
Yeah.
Glass broke on it. Yeah. I love. Let's see.
See, like Jesse had lines in this, but a lot of
The
this
little
is
steam
unscripted
there.
for her too. She's just
Yeah.
like, she's really just going off with scripted stuff, but then her own kind of twist to yelling and tossing and turning, and man, it's intense.
Yeah, Jason, that's a good question. We have a question from the audience. Was she given slack with a rope to help her feel comfortable? And we wanted her to be plausibly down so that if she thrashed hard enough, she was limited. But you're right. We wanted some space because we wanted to relax.
Yeah,
I love that thing. That's
Little
like-
homage
Yeah.
to Evil Dead 2.
yeah.
The laughing light.
the laughing,
Yeah. Yeah.
laughing light for sure.
She's got a lot of slack there. Yeah. I don't remember her complaining about the ropes or anything.
yeah. She didn't mind us tying her up at all.
And I'm
Sorry.
It's
actually
mainly the makeup and the alcohol that was used to wipe off the makeup.
Nicholas wrote a lot of that stuff about sloppy seconds.
Yeah,
Great
he
line
likes
opener.
smut. He likes smut. Like that's just what it is.
That's why he doesn't want to be on here. He told me that. He's like, Carmelo, I'm going to get canceled.
I just forgot about this till I barely noticed it in the background. You can't see it now, but previously you could see a little bit of the window, and we had ice crystals put on the window as if it was freezing up.
Yeah. One of the
In
very
there.
few VFX in the movie.
Yeah.
You see it now? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's in the background. You can't see it now, but a little bit ago you saw like a partial bit of the window
Okay.
and it was iced over.
Oh wow, I didn't
Yeah.
even notice that. Wow.
It's frozen the rest of the film. If you see it, you'll
Okay.
check it out.
I'm reading real scripture out of the Bible, tiny writing. That was good.
I love that.
Ooh, the
That
nail
turned
to
out
the
so good.
eye.
That happened
there
in
it is.
Real
I
Exorcism.
see it. I see the crystal now on the window.
This nail in the eye is from a real exorcism I read about.
Really?
I'm
Oh, really?
literally sitting there right now. What you're looking at, I'm right in
This
front
is
of
where
you.
you're sitting.
That nightstand or the.
So you
whatever.
read about a nail being spit in someone's eye during a real exorcism?
Yeah, I
Really?
was reading about an exorcist telling stories about like the craziest things that ever happened to him, and he's like,
Wow.
I got a nail in the eye, and I was like, shit, okay.
That's
Well, I don't remember if
crazy.
it went in his eye, but she spit a nail at him, and I
Wow.
was,
I
he,
love
he
this
took it
shot.
to be that it's like this holy thing, like the nails in Jesus's hands is kind of the idea.
God.
Um,
Wow.
I've mentioned this before during something, but Scotty and I did a film with Gabriel Byrne, and I was chatting with him one day, just bringing up how I love Stigmata, and that's an awesome movie. You know, it freaked me out when I was younger. Of course, he plays a priest in that, and she's possessed. And he said for that role, he shadowed an actual exorcist around a little bit and learned from him a little bit. And I just said, "How was that? Like, did you see some stuff?" And all he would say was that he definitely saw some things he could not explain at all. So
whoa.
I wish we would have had that luxury. Me and Big Scott could have gone and done that, learned some stuff.
and he said it, and I think he also said of Hereditary that a couple things occurred where he couldn't explain either on set.
Wow,
So
that's amazing. The demon was with him.
I like this sequence because you see them pouring the salt, and in your head, a moment before I say it, you think to yourself, like, seriously, what are they doing now? Like, it's cheesy, but then the character actually says, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, none of this is working."
I do love that vanity shot through the mirror in that last.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that.
Oh, thank you. That's another one we had planned out because we thought, and the mirrors were put there on purpose to create that shot for us.
It was a
I
great
even
shot.
love how the clock, which is in front of me right now, is moving in that shot.
The
It just gives
carousel
a little-
going around. That's really cool. Yeah. You have it right in front of you right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
looking at it. Jason Watts noticed smoke coming off of her with the holy water. That's also one of the few CGI things.
Yeah. Jason, just give Danny an
Give
axe
Danny
here.
Yes.
Give me an axe.
You need the axe.
Or if you want to go for the lesser film, you can give me a croquet mallet.
Yeah.
And, I can go a little nuts here. Yeah, the smoke coming off, it happened once when we first saw Anna, or the second time really, when we went up with Father Matthews. That's the only VFX that happens a couple times, and then you'll see at the end, it doesn't give anything away, but there's a really cool shot where there's like a little almost spark from the Bible touching her head at the end.
Yeah, that's one of my
that's
favorite
cool.
shots too.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
you
that was
see
a VFX shot.
It was sort of a flex, but when I was at SuperCon, I asked the audience, when I was asking the audience for questions, and they were asking me questions, and I asked them, what did you guys think of the CGI? And the crowd was silent. Everyone was like, what CGI?
What CGI?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, there you
That's
go.
awesome.
That's the way it should be,
Yeah. It's
Kinda
just
like
there
AI,
to
Yeah,
it's just there to like put a little frosting on top. Like it's not, Jason Watt says
has
Rob
a
would
little flair.
Rob would freak if he heard my croquet mallet comment. I know.
I know.
It's the forever feud that will never end. Then
we called him out on purpose with that. That was
Rob, I think Rob knows that the original Shining is the best. He just likes to have a good argument always going.
I heard the comment that this entire movie is Simon's fault, and it's so
Yep.
true.
Fucking Simon.
He lost the daughter.
I kind
What
of
a
think that,
terrible
like,
babysitter.
it becomes kind of clear later that like the demon has orchestrated a lot of this and brought these people here. I don't think he stood a chance. That little girl was getting away from
Yeah.
Simon.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
more I watch this,
He
though,
made
the more,
her get
the
away.
more I chuckle at my relationship with Simon. I was yelling at him and telling him, "What the fuck?"
He's
Now-
your wife's side piece, man. He's the younger dude. Chicks
Now-
love the younger dude, you know?
Now this scene is where Rob would get embarrassed and leave the podcast right now.
Yeah.
He'd be too embarrassed to watch this scene.
This scene was
He'd be too aroused.
if I recall, Nick really wanted the scene in here, and I think we said "Are you sure?" about 6 times before
Like,
we
yes.
committed it to film.
Was this was a last minute addition, wasn't it? Or was this
No,
always,
he's
always in there, right?
early.
Okay, that's right.
He
Yeah,
said he thought the movie needed some levity. I ended up liking it and baking it in a little bit.
Oh God. This yeah, I like
Where
it
Potter
too.
wins the Academy Award.
Well, this was like the 10th take because they just kept making out.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah,
I think we
and then
did
there
this
was
in
a
like
time Potter unzipped his pants.
I think we did this in 2 takes. Yeah, that a lot of the reviews were like, "Wow, that was out of left field." I think I saw left field like 5 times. That was out of
Yeah.
left field. What the hell? Why was that in there?
You guys should have just
But-
gone to third base.
But I think when you get that reaction from the audience, when you hear that comment, you see that comment, that was out of left field. You're like, yes, it was. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yes,
You got it.
for sure.
We got our awesome little mirror shot here.
It's
right here.
supposed to make you feel awkward and like, where the hell did that
It's a
come
little
from?
dark on my screen, but you can see Jesse in the background there. That's a little
in the makeup mirror. You can
In the
see her
makeup
in
mirror.
that
And what
makeup
I
mirror.
like about
Very,
it-
very few people mention this part, so I think it was missed a lot.
I do too.
So you saw her, and now you don't see her.
Yeah, it was so quick.
What were you to say, Carmelo?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like maybe you don't notice she's in there. What you notice is she's not there afterward.
Yeah.
And so if she gets away from you because it's dark, you definitely notice the figure has moved when Potter moves away.
I do like how he just books it instead of like inspecting the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Like a normal horror movie would do.
I saw a
Right, yeah,
comment
like a real horror movie. He runs away. This is
saw
my
a comment.
library. It's where I work.
yeah, that's where you usually do the podcast from,
Yep.
in the library. And the lights went off.
So this is interesting. This wasn't the way I thought about this at this time, but the lights go out. Well, first of all, there's so much to talk about here. Good.
I
God.
know. Anna's in the window. Go on.
Oh
Anna
God!
was in the window.
Go back! Go
we-
back!
We flooded. There's the legs. Scotty and I are handing the legs hanging on a post off from each other, standing on countertops right now.
We're actually
That
carrying
splash
her.
was an
Oh
accident.
no! That we are handing the post to each.
Yeah, they're handing the splash was a happy accident with his hand.
He
And
goes nuts
also,
in his last third. We're gonna
we really overflowed Carmelo's sink and had to clean up everything in the cabinet underneath before his wife found out.
Your
Yeah.
whole entire kitchen was flooded, pretty
I'm
much.
still not sure she understands we did that.
But we really cleaned out the bottom of your cabinet there. It was nice and clean after
It
that.
was. Yeah, no. it
But
was
what I
cool.
wanted to say, and I wish maybe we would have leaned into this. Oh, this is our unintentional homage to Hell House LLC that we didn't realize till someone brought it up and said, I like the homage to Hell House LLC.
Right. And I was like, sure.
But then I rewatched the Hell House LLC movies, and it is sort of an obvious homage because they have the piano guy in it that recurs a couple times. But anyways, this is something that was brought to our attention, and I wish maybe we would have thought of it and actually leaned into it if we knew how it was going to turn out. But the lights go out, and it's almost a little bit weird that he can't find anybody because we were just in that room in front of him.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And no one's
And
in
we
that room.
we would have naturally came out into the hallway but what a theory that someone else came up with was that like the lights went out and he almost possibly entered this ghost dimension, for lack of to steal from Paranormal Activity, where he's there but it's not the same like dimension, you know what I mean? Scotty
Yeah,
just came out
I
of the
love that.
bathroom after jacking off. 'cause
Yeah, I
he
was
had
just
blue
in the bath-
balls.
for some reason. Yeah, exactly.
You know that alternate
took a big
dimension
shit.
stuff is fun because Scotty's joke that I loved was that he should have toilet paper on his foot coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
With the alternate dimension stuff, that's the kind of shit I love because I never once thought of it, but I
Yeah.
love that the audience watched it and
Yeah.
felt something like that.
And it is cool because it blacks out. No one's there. He turns around. The sink's overflowing. You're like, what is he? I almost maybe if we would have thought of it at the time, it might have been cool to lean into it and give it like a different hue and maybe like I don't know, some weird.
Yeah.
It turned out fine, but it was cool. That's a cool
Like an
idea.
orb around it, and you've just entered a different dimension or something. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I've never been in this basement. See, people are like, why is he looking behind this? I've never been in this basement. I'm looking behind everything I can find. He could be hiding behind anything.
She could have morphed into a mouse and is hiding behind a can of paint.
Wait. Oh, shit. There she is.
Yep. I love that.
That came out good.
Yeah, that came out really good. So I know I saw her. She's down there somewhere.
Not as good as the crawling coming up.
Jason, it was not a Wolverine graphic novel. It was the Wolverine Marvel Legends 5-pack that was released around the time.
You're supposed to say that like this.
That's right.
It's not a Wolverine comic. And my girlfriend lives in Hawaii.
And for some reason, they just cranked up my breathing in this. I don't know why.
That was another nice claw mark from Joe Castro.
Yeah.
I like
Very
how he
nice.
says he's defending himself like this is gonna matter in court.
Yeah, like he needed to say that. He still, might be
He still
beating
might
her
be
a
a
little and
beater,
wants to. I like this line too.
It's still good.
Yeah.
And I love it because I want the mystery of, is she sick? Is she possessed? Is it not working because the demon they're dealing with, we find out, is not a typical demon? Or is it, as the demon later says, which is, none of you has any faith. God isn't here with you right now. You guys are just fucking losers. God's powerful, but he's not here.
Yeah.
I do look at what this exchange that just happened, and now that follows. It bolsters my character a little because I was just down there wandering around and not being a bitch about it,
Right.
and got clawed. And then I also like how when he mentions my daughter's been found upstairs, I just immediately leave because that's what a father would do.
Right, exactly.
Of course.
And yell back, just find Anna. Like, fuck, quit being a bitch.
Right, yeah.
And it's funny. I can't be in a room unless I'm with people. I'm a man when I'm upstairs.
Right.
Well, no, you
doing
go
the
through a
passages.
transformation.
I'm reading the passages and doing the scriptures, but when I'm by myself in a dark basement, I'm like, fuck no.
This is
No,
some
I can't do
VFX
this.
too. This is some VFX too. I will admit the
Yeah,
blood.
I'm so glad we went with this bleeding Jesus.
So
was great.
that is in my family for a long time. That traumatized me as a kid. Oh, that's my license plate, by the way. That's my Sam Raimi Easter egg. It was in Sin Eater as well.
Oh, is that
Nice.
from the classic? Is that?
It's from
Off the
my
car?
Subaru Forester. That was my
Oh.
chariot for like 10 years.
Nice.
I have those paintings. They are also available on the Kickstarter. I don't have them
Didn't
with-
you and your wife, or did Christine do them, or did
she
you
did,
help
yeah.
her? Okay,
She was like our
did.
art director. She did all the paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except
She
this.
did a great job.
This weird ass painting came with all the furniture in this room that we bought from a storage unit.
Oh,
And I have it.
What?
And it's on the Kickstarter as well. But that
That
whole
thing
like
is creepy.
demon with the woman behind that, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
hold on a second. When you bought the furniture, it was all in a storage unit,
Right.
and they just said take whatever's in there, or
Yep.
something. Really, and that was in there.
And that was in there.
Wow.
And so is that portrait of the actual demon.
Of the actual demon, yeah. If you
Wow.
eagle eye viewers at home want to know what demon it is, there it is, right there.
There it
Yeah.
is. We just passed it.
And that's
Jeez.
also on the Kickstarter.
Jeez.
Anna!
I do like
Anna!
this crawl through coming up here.
This is me setting the camera down. I don't know if you guys. Well, I'm like looking the other way.
I love
Boom,
that.
there she goes. And that came out really good in one of the short clip trailers we made with like the breathing on top of it and the shakiness of the camera. It came through really cool,
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, that was really good.
I only wish I'd bought an opaque shower curtain. This scene would have been scary.
Yeah, I know.
Did anyone ever use that bathroom,
that-
Carmelo?
Maybe she was behind there.
Right now, that bathroom is entirely redesigned and is duck themed, and that's
Oh.
where my son takes his baths. And,
nice.
Yeah.
I took
The only thing is,
took
I
a
won't
shower
go
down
in
there.
I don't go down there because there's too many bugs in that basement.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the only like tub basin you have, like actual tub, right?
Yeah,
Because your upstairs is like just shower basins, right?
that's right. That's exactly.
Okay, so he has to
I-
take his bath.
I took a shower in that bathroom.
Did
when I
you?
was- when
I
stayed
never.
there.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
See that shower
I took
couldn't
that
would have been
shower
nice
with-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and you showered down there together, remember?
Yeah.
It was after that Potter scene. It was just there's a lot of
Yeah.
tensions that
I
I
needed
had
to
to
be
get the
calmed.
director. I'm like, director, come down here.
No, you and Potter need an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Still very
Uh,
freaked out.
Here comes one of our alternate key art cover photos that you might see here and there
Yeah.
Yep.
that you could see
There's a
tomorrow
cut.
night in Times Square
You
if
see
you're in
it.
New York.
So this will be in Times Square on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that view.
exciting.
I just
Tomorrow-
love the view from the
tomorrow-
basement stairs.
Tomorrow that will be on Times Square, playing on the billboard above.
It was not planned. It really snowed that night. It was really actively snowing at this time, as you can see. It just turned out perfect.
And I just need to get some air. See how my breathing has stopped? My God, it's so hot down there in that basement.
We concluded a lot of evenings hanging out in that hot tub.
That's true.
And Nick actually did put his face in that water for quite some time.
Nick also slipped and ate shit around this scene, right?
He
Yeah,
did.
It was
Off
the-
camera. He was leaving and he slipped on ice and he came back with like a bruised lip or something.
Yeah.
This was the second take. It was the first take that he slipped, and then we did it again. And this is the second take is what you're
But he
seeing.
like
So
slipped and hit his
Yeah.
face on the ground. Didn't
Yeah,
was
and
hurt.
that energy. He brings that energy into this scene. I think it's a really good scene.
some of that bruising on his face is real. It's from his fall. It's not. That's not
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
If you see the like right side of his face, it's like scratched up. That's from actually falling on the concrete.
Yeah, so I love my brother. I thought if I had to name the weakest performance in the movie up to the scene, it was my brother's. I love this scene.
This
When
no,
he's
this,
yelling at
this
Oh,
was
Simon
great.
right here
so
and stuff,
good.
I'm like, this is and this camera angle turned out great. It's excellent. The way the snow falls, all this is so cool, and it's so
I can't-
different because
Oh, I
the
love the
rest of
snow.
movie's so contained.
Oh,
I can't help but wonder if your neighbor over there was seeing any of this.
Oh yeah, in fact, we got that question. Did my neighbors give us any questions? No, I didn't hear anything from the neighbors.
Oh, I see that. Jason Watts just asked that. Okay. Bourbons and cigars after a long night of filming. Yep, you're right, Jason.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna bourbon and a cigar tonight after
Bourbon,
this.
cigar,
We
and
had
hot
many a
tub.
cigar and a bourbon on this during this shoot.
I actually had one last night. We had one
We
last
did have a cigar last night. Yeah. With another buddy.
I had a pipe.
night.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, I know you've been getting into that.
Oh yeah, I like the pipe. It smells so good.
I haven't gotten that sophisticated yet.
We'll get there. What was Jason Purcell saying about like a little boy running? He texted me that.
He did, yeah. He's like, "Did you guys have a little boy run across the screen?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No."
Oh, God.
That was in there too somewhere.
This I love. This
Oh,
that's
shit.
so good.
This is great. Yeah, this.
So
came
I'm
out great.
not seeing any of this. Just like
And
when
her-
she called, I
her-
didn't see any of that.
Her makeup and everything just looked really good here, and she's not in focus. It just helps. It looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Figure out how to turn this damn thing off.
She's holding the
Pull
real
the damn
dog.
batteries out,
She's holding the real dog at that where she was at the
Yeah.
moment.
and she's gone. Cut.
Yeah, now Potter's holding the camera now, right?
Yep, Jason's
Jason
holding
Potter?
the camera. Jason
Yeah.
Yeah,
Potter.
we did a little fake
Deacon.
out there.
Deacon John's holding the camera now, but it seems like I'm doing it still because I'm
Yeah,
directly
you're
behind him reacting. Yeah.
I've got a
Yeah.
special guest star for this next scene.
That's the grossest thing you have, right?
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Another Joe Castro special coming up here. The dog with the
God.
blood balloon in it. Carmelo made this throw. Boom!
There it is. I got it.
Oh,
So good.
Carmelo has it in a bag.
Such a
Oh
good
my
spot.
gosh.
I love this alien part where she's.
This is my favorite shot. One of my favorite shots of the
You had
entire
to have
movie.
the Sam Raimi blood into his mouth shot.
Yep.
She after she hits him in the head, no, she bites my ear off here, which we didn't feature again, which I'm very mad about.
And
And
she
that was
smashes
just
me
we
in the
didn't
Oh,
think
it
about
looks
it.
like it hurts.
Oh god.
Poor Scotty
cover
had to have
shot.
Jesse spit in his mouth
Dude,
again and again and again.
That was freaking like
Yeah.
syrupy, food coloring, sticky. It was sweet, but doesn't taste too great.
You can actually see the moment where we caused childhood trauma to Isabel right here.
She is genuinely terrified here.
And after this scene, she did not want to shoot anything else.
She was like, all right,
I'm
I'm
done.
out.
I'm done. You see that gash in my head that she did with the toy? See that shit, man? God.
Yeah, I love the shots of you after that with the gash that Joe added to your head.
Yeah.
You might see my ear a little here. Half my ear is
see it.
chopped off right here.
I just
Just
love
don't.
that.
We didn't really feature it again, and I'm pissed.
Up, and then she kicks Father Matthews because Father Matthews was holding the camera there.
Yep.
Father Matthews holding the camera, and he gets kicked down the stairs.
Yeah. So
You're right, Danny. We should have shown the ear a little bit more, I think.
I know. And coming up, I'll tell you right where we could have easily done it, but
the,
this was a little
wondering-
bit. This was Joe having a little bit
Sorry,
of
Carmelo.
fun.
Talk.
Would he have totally demolished his shin on that fall? I don't know, but Joe
No.
wanted to have some fun, so
yeah, and I love it. It's so
Yeah.
gory. It's so good. Oh my
Oh,
God.
God, there it is. A lot of people ask me, like, who was holding the camera? What? How the heck did he fall down the stairs? And like, he's the
There's
one
a
holding
cut.
the camera.
There was a cut.
There it is.
I love how Scotty looks in this whole sequence right here.
It's so
Yeah,
badass.
it is awesome.
The fall down the stairs was originally supposed to be a stunt man, and we lost the stunt people at the last second because they had to take a bigger job with like Chicago Fire or something. And Joe Castro to the rescue built a man out of pillows and soda bottles.
Yeah.
And tape, and we threw that down the stairs, and you don't see very much of it, but you needed to see something, and it works. It all worked.
But
And
then
even
we
if-
also realized at the same time we did that, we could just flip the camera a couple times.
right.
So you could see my ear a little a minute ago, but it almost looked like just the hair was covering it.
Yeah.
But in fact, half of the ear is missing.
Yeah, and for Eagle Eye viewers, you'll notice that David's dark circle under his eyes gets progressively worse after each cut.
Yeah,
Mhm.
After each hidden cut.
Joe
And
was doing
I
that
also
too.
love how the camera angles were, pretty head on for a lot of the movie, but now we're into some pretty like Dutch angle territory, which
Yeah,
you don't
Yeah.
overuse, right? But
Totally.
you want enough of it. These down the stairs shots are cool too.
yeah,
Yeah. I do like this.
Yeah. People tend to overlook the feat of prowess that he crawls up the rest of these stairs at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So
He
right
flights-
here, we should have just
stairs.
swapped sides, and you could have seen my ear this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we should have done
failure
that.
of directing. I'm sorry.
If we just, we were so in the groove at this time that we were just going.
But you see that arm. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did
Well,
a
then
lot
you
of
wouldn't be able to see the arm. That was the trade-off. You wouldn't see the arm if you saw the ear.
Yeah.
So.
after that long first scene take, we did these takes in relatively pretty quick.
Yeah.
Little bit of a flub there. I
a
just
couple
closed the
takes.
door with her in there, and then it cut back, and I was walking out of the door. But I could have just done a quick little peek back. Real
I didn't
quick,
notice it.
I love the low battery right before they walk in for the ending. It's like
Yeah.
it's telling you, hey, this is it.
This is where I think she looks the creepiest in the whole movie.
Me too.
Is right here.
And we thought it
Right-
was too much, but I
right
think it's
here.
the best.
No.
Oh,
This isn't where it's too much. This is right where it's perfect.
I love
Yeah.
it.
This is the creepiest I think she looks the whole movie. And when they
Dude.
carry her and everything,
Oh,
So creepy.
I
So
think
good.
this sequence after it was a little too much in the moment, but it turned out okay. But I think this is the best. She looks the best right here. Right here. Like right
Yeah.
when you're looking up her
So
face.
bad.
I mean, she
Yeah.
literally looks dead.
And she's just like sad, and then she fucking there's the Bible spark.
Yeah, there's the spark.
Now this, man, I was so worried, but man, did that turn out?
That's where I
Oh,
thought.
God,
yeah.
But
That's when we had Joe redo her makeup. It took an extra 40 minutes. Jesse was really not having it. They got done redoing her makeup. I was like, I don't know. I think her face looks too puffy now. And
I remember, yeah.
we were all like, I don't know if we like this, but now we should just shoot it because we just took an hour to do it. And it ended up being all right.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Demon went off to see that, Jason.
Demon Wind.
Audience.
Is that a film where a demon is passing gas constantly?
Fear footage is another one our commenters threw out during this live stream that I haven't
really?
seen, but I will check out for sure.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've seen the fear footage. I've seen it around a lot.
One thing I did play with in the script that I did not make it in here is the idea behind the kiss we were talking about earlier is all these characters their sexual sins are being played on by the demon, or at least sexual guilt. We have an adulterer, we have a priest in the closet, and of course Father Matthews, we know. And the idea, so I had her tease him a little bit about being gay, and it just came off as distasteful and almost too homophobic, and that's not what I was going for. So I cut a lot of it. But she does say, she says enough about like follow your dicks to hell or something like that.
Yeah. They all had to have a fault, and his just had to be that he was a closet homosexual, and we had to make that apparent somehow.
It was that fault of lust.
He's that. I've had an affair. Matthews was a diddler.
Right. But Potter, again, to my
the
point about
boys.
him maybe being the hero, Potter doesn't really.
Yeah, he doesn't really, but he also doesn't maybe have the best faith because he's asking questions about faith early on.
I love that part.
That's a good point. Yeah, his faith is lacking. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm here.
I love this.
I just
Free
think
her
that
now, yep.
That's
one of
what's
the
in
best
that's what's in our
effects-
trailer. Free her
one of the
now.
best effects of the whole movie's coming up, and it's Scotty's thing coming up here. I just think it came out so good.
Yeah, it sure did.
I love how the battery turns red now, 5%.
Yeah,
This is it. This is the final lap. Like, fucking, it's time.
This guy, he just crawled up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
3 flights of stairs. I love how he's sweating and pale too.
He
Asmodeus.
looked worse in
There it
person.
is. That's the demon.
Asmodeus. I love how the circle appears right when he says that. The circle symbol.
Those are my 2 favorite lines
Boom.
back to back.
Oh, there it is.
I
This
cast
right.
you out and then shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This is the best practical effect. I loved it. It looks so awesome. Then you see his teeth.
It's so scary.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a
dude.
terrible fear of mine.
And like that stomach, like groaning that you get when you get smashed like the nose or like the face. Oh, you can't even breathe. Oh god.
I can't believe we got her to do this. This is the last time she would ever be in the same room as her.
we
Isabel
didn't. That was a
was-
cut. We cut around that.
I thought for a second she did this part. No? Okay, maybe
No.
not. Maybe
No.
not.
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit after this climax here.
See, a lot of people are like, wait, what? A lot of
Now the book is being used as a weapon.
Yep.
This is the
Boom.
cardboard
That's-
book that
that's the
Joe
book.
crafted now.
that's getting smashed on his face.
No.
Oh, and there's the neck crack.
The neck crack.
Yeah. So those are the fake cardboard legs I showed you.
Those are fake cardboard legs because Isabel would no longer be in the same room as Jesse. She was terrified.
Yep.
So,
So
and a cracked
everyone, people have said this before. Yeah, Carmel's got the legs there. You can get those off Kickstarter,
neck.
but
We see those legs. Oh, yeah.
the climax up until this evening was always meant to be seen. We were supposed to. Oh god, then we just shoot. her right
There's a
in the
gunshot.
head.
No, then stop.
Oh, he stops me just in time.
We
This
can
is a
wrap it
cut.
up when we're done, Danny.
Yeah,
Talk about it when the movie's done.
there's a cut. The boot flies over the lens, and there's a cut. Because there is a cut because, as I was saying, she would not be in the same room. We were always meant to see her get her neck snapped by Jesse.
That's what
Yeah.
you wrote in there.
Also,
And
also
up
like the
until-
big money shot scene.
Yeah, the money shot. Even up until this night, we were planning on shooting it that night, but she would not enter the same room as Jesse at this point. She was so terrified, and
Yeah.
so
We sat there. We sat there for like
Yeah.
2.5 hours trying to figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
we decided just to do it off camera. The crack, and now because Jesse is technically still laying on the bed at this moment, now it's Jesse's not in the bed because you can't see her. Previous to this, before my foot swiped and there was a cut. She gonna sit up yet? She
And this was meant to be awkwardly long, like
awkwardly
uncomfortably.
long. Well, because the battery's
uncomfortably
finishing
long.
running out.
Yeah,
it
and
sells the
it's
fact.
perfect.
Oh, there it is. Love it. Another
Oh,
VFX shot.
I love that look of her mouth just opening wide.
Yeah, that's so good.
And the
That's
battery
awesome.
dies. So again, we got her in the room to sit up because Jesse wasn't in there. But before the boot swiped past, we couldn't get her in the room. So those were cardboard legs sitting there to show that she was, and we couldn't get the neck snap because of that reason as well. So a couple of you people that have commented saying like they didn't even show the neck snap. Well, shame on you for wanting to ruin a little girl's life even more.
Yeah, she would not do it. We tried and pleaded with her and pleaded. We almost got my 3-year-old daughter at that time to come do it, but she would have been more traumatized. So it's like, no.
For those of you who think I suck, by the way, I'm still friends with her mom, and she tells me how good she's doing, how much she wants to be in a sequel, and
Yeah,
how
she's loving it.
yeah, she tells her friends she's a movie star and stuff, and she talks like, oh, I was on set and everything. So we did not leave her with bad memories. We left her
No,
with good
she
memories.
had great memories.
And there could be a sequel. Grace's whereabouts remain unknown. Everyone's alive still, basically.
it tells you where everyone's at.
Besides Anna.
where we're at.
But
And
will,
it's funny, like she was at the little we had a little like cast party at the very end, and Isabel was eating pizza, we were laughing and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. Really good
Yeah.
time filming this.
yeah.
And
I
just
love the
silence.
silent credits. We purposefully used absolutely no music in the whole film.
Yep.
That's always nice. We did the same thing with She Walks the Woods as well, by the way, back when. Just also for stylistic purposes and for non-paying of licensing purposes.
That's true. It is cheap. Well, thank you for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you
yeah.
guys. Thank you.
We
I just
appreciate
see
it, guys.
I saw Jason's comment here. He said the guy running past was earlier in the movie is a part of the camera shadow that went from side to side. We'll have to
okay.
watch.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll check
No.
that out.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
guys. Well,
You
yeah,
guys for
thanks for
joining us.
joining. If
Both
you're
Jason
listening to
and
this,
everyone commenting and stuff.
if you're listening to
Yes.
this live, go to our Kickstarter, which we linked in the comments. If you're not watching live and you're watching this commentary on the Blu-ray, disregard that comment. But
Thank
yeah,
you to everyone who's built backing the Kickstarter so far. It's been a tremendous success. Hopefully, you're listening to this on your home video, one day that we funded successfully. So thank you, and we'll be in contact with the winner of the T-shirt shortly. And I guess this is the end of our episode of the podcast. We'll
It
see you
is.
in 2 weeks for the next episode.
we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Thanks for
Bye.
joining
Thanks
us.
for watching. Later.
Watching.
See ya.